Thank you, Rokas. So recently we've seen an increase in the theft of cable and copper from electricity poles and even water pumps. Joining me in studio to discuss this issue rocking our nation, and here is General Manager of Home and Entertainment at Digicel, Mr. Navin Balkissoon. He will also be discussing how Digicel has been working towards bringing solutions to this problem. Good morning, Mr. Balkissoon. How are you?
Hi, good morning. Thanks.
You're welcome. I'll jump right into it. Why has Digicel decided to expand its operation in Penal and Debe?
Well, when Digicel, we first launched back in like 2016, right? And at the time when the network was constructed, we basically had service like in Tobago. We had service from west, east up to San Grande, and we got as far south as San Fernando. And between that 2016 to 2017 period, we would have constructed that network. But over the course of time, 5-6 years now have passed, and we've been getting requests from numerous residents all over the country asking, when are you going to bring service into our area? So Debe, Penal was one of the first areas that we ventured into, let's say, this new phase of expansion, and we're really happy and proud to bring service to about 20,000 residents in that area.
Awesome. Can you tell us about the benefits to these people of the South region?
Well, having Digicel now in the Debe Penal area, it gives customers, firstly, the opportunity for choice, right? They have the ability to sign up and get service from the #1 internet provider in Trinidad and Tobago. We recently got the UCLA award, second year in a row.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, for having the fastest internet speeds in Trinidad and Tobago. So in addition to that, we have a wide suite of products and services that customers could benefit from. Everything from internet, TV, home phone to smart home, smart Wi-Fi. So we have the full gamut of solutions for everything you need at home.
Awesome. And are there any apps?
Yeah, well, regarding the we have a couple apps. We have on the entertainment side, we have HBO Max that a lot of persons are subscribing to, and then we also have an app that we use to control our smart home solution in home.
Right.
This app allows a person to essentially arm and disarm. You have 24/7 access to security monitoring. In addition, you can do automations and add in unique sensors and monitors. So for example, smoke detectors, water sensors, that's really applicable now, when they consider flooding.
Especially during the hurricane season.
Yeah. So we have those sensors that trigger alarms, and those alarms come to your app.
Right.
And the monitoring center also will reach out to you to confirm if everything is okay at home.
Okay, great. I have to check that out. So apart from operating in South Trinidad, what else is Digicel doing to help the South communities?
Well, having gone into South Trinidad, we're through the Digicel Foundation, where we're putting service into internet cafes that will allow the community to access the internet service that we provide.
Right.
In addition, we're gifting deserving students from primary schools 6 months of free service. So actually after here, I'm going down to Debe Penal to do the awards for those students.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to them. Well deserving, of course.
Yeah.
So the meat of the matter, cable cutting, copper theft. How has this issue impacted Digicel?
Tremendously. It's something that we've been monitoring very, very closely. It has been something that's always been part of the market situation, but it began to get significantly worse, I would say, from the March period and every month thereafter. So March, April, May, June was our highest impact month due to copper theft and cable cutting due to vandalism, right? When this happens, customers ultimately lose service. Right, and we have to go out and dispatch crews to repair the copper cable. Well, sorry, to repair the cables in the fastest possible time. I should mention that Digicel, we actually don't have copper cables. Our network is actually 100% fiber optic.
Oh,
so
okay, sorry.
Yeah, so actually what happens is that while the vandals are cutting the cables, I guess they don't know which one has copper and which one has fiber, and they cut our cables invariably,
Yeah. I see. Understanding, because I am a part of the copper industry when it comes to making copper lamps. So I understand how the industry is increasing with prices. I do get that. But copper theft, I'm not too certain. So that's good to note. How has Digicel been working towards bringing solutions to this issue?
Well, we have been basically rallying support because it's an industry issue, it's a national issue actually, and what's happening is that we've been engaged with the regulator, Telecom Authority. We're also speaking to the police service directly. We've written to the Minister of Trade and Industry, so we're basically reaching out and ensuring that as an industry we have a common position on the impact it's having. Ultimately, it's a greatly impacting consumers. About 1 in 5 of our cable breaks now is due to vandalism, which is quite high.
Wow. It's unfortunate, and what impact does it place on the communities itself? I mean, there's crimes.
Well, what happens is that depending on where the cable is cut, it could impact, one consumer if it's just the line entering your home. But it could also impact up to thousands of customers because of where the cut may actually occur within our network architecture.
So it's just, if it's one snap,
depending on where it's cut, it's gonna bring down anywhere from 1 to let's say 1,000 residents at a time. And then we have to ultimately dispatch crews, get persons in the area to repair the lines in as soon as possible.
Which is what I wanted to ask. How does Digicel rectify these ramifications? What are the things that you guys are putting in place to help get the service back to consumers?
Well, once the break is detected, we immediately, there's a response that kicks into effect. One is that we notify the customers that service has been disrupted. We're working to restore in the soonest possible time. In parallel, we have crews, because we actually have to send out crews to identify first the location of the cable break. Then they have to determine what materials they need to replace. In most cases, they have to resplice, which is reconnecting the fiber optic cables when it's broken. And that period, it takes a couple of days for us to fully regularize. And it's kind of also dependent on the weather conditions for us to enable those repairs.
Which you can get updates from us here. Weather girl.
Of course.
No, but it's definitely an inconvenience. And we are grateful for what you guys are doing at Digicel. So we'd like to thank you on behalf of TTT for giving us some of your time to explain what it is you guys are doing to help.
No problem at all. Thanks for having me.